Hey, my name's Jake Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we've got some official data from the ONS, the Office of National Statistics. This is house price data that you can't argue with because it includes mortgage properties. It also includes cash properties as well, auction properties, and all sources of sales in the UK. In this video, we're going to give you a region by region breakdown. There's some places that have nearly had 10% growth this year, which is crazy. And there are other regions where house prices are down nearly 2% on an annual basis as well. We'll talk about what's happening on a monthly basis here and an annual basis as well. So before we jump into this, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We've just hit 51,000 subscribers. And by subscribing, you'll get all the latest property news, house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. And let's get some views on this video. Your part in that is very simple. All you need to do is smash like, tickle like, do something to the like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really has helped the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So the ONS data. This is the data with the biggest lag. The fastest data that we have is the Rightmove asking price stuff. So they talk about November in November still. So they just recently gave out some data and said asking prices are down on average £7,000 at the moment, which is around 1.8%. The ONS is where all of the data ends up. So once the transaction's done with the land registry and everything's all ticked off, ONS collate the data, and that's what we're sharing with you here. So this has a lag. So when's this data from? Well, this is from September this year, the end of the summer. And at that point, they said that the average house was valued at £272,000 exactly. Now, why is that lower than what we see from Halifax and Nationwide when they do their report? Well, they're talking about mortgaged properties. So they're going to be more expensive, a mortgage property, because if you buy a property cash or from auction, you generally get it a little bit cheaper. And that's why the average is actually lower when you take into account cash and auction sales as well. And so 272,000 is on an annual basis up. And that is up 2.6% up, or in real cash terms, £7,000. Now, remember, this is a rolling average, so months will drop off as we go through the rest of the year. And so on a monthly basis, just in September, sold prices are actually down quite a bit, 0.6%. That's not insignificant. That's a fairly big drop there that we've seen, particularly just in 1 month. And if you think about it, knowing that asking prices are dropping, they've dropped 1.8% just this month. So that's not going to impact the sold prices that we see with these guys for a long time, because there's such a lag here. The asking prices dropping, Rightmove asking prices, they're probably going to hit the house prices in February, March, April, those sorts of times. Those transactions will complete. So you're going to be waiting more than 6 months till you see that in the official data. That's how long the lag is here. So what about on a region by region basis? Is everywhere doing well? Is everywhere up more than 2%? Or are some places down? Well, they're not. There are some places doing well and some places not doing so well. Let's look at England first, where the most transactions happen. And the average house price in England is, missed out two, is £293,000, which for the year is 2% up. 2% up. Now, that in real terms means house prices in England have dropped because inflation's been more than 2%. So your house price in England, on average, is down around 2% this year, which is good because I'd rather it went down with inflation than people going into negative equity. That's the best way to erode house prices, in my opinion. So England is a stable, slow market. What about Wales? Well, Wales is a little better. The average there is cheaper, £209,000, and it's 2.7% up for the year. So even in Wales, the house prices are down if you take into account for inflation, which we've got to. It's important to do that. So affordability is improving in England and in Wales so far. What about Scotland? Well, Scotland house prices are cheaper. On average, £194,000, the ones that have sold, and they're up 5.3% up for the year. So in Scotland, house prices have actually risen because that's higher than inflation that we've had, at least the official inflation data. So a little bit of a jump in Scotland. And Northern Ireland is the one we've been hearing about loads. We're constantly hearing how strong the Northern Irish market is. Average house prices are £193,000 there, and it's staying really high, 7.1% up in Northern Ireland. It's been a strong market there for a good long while now. So whereabouts in England have they told us is doing quite well? Well, Yorkshire is the best in England, and in Yorkshire, house prices are up 4.5%. I've got properties in Doncaster, that's Yorkshire, so that's good for me. But not everywhere's done very well this year. And London, which I'm going to have to put up here, is actually down, 1.8% down in London. And that is showing what a slow market it is in London. There's a lot of options for people to buy property and get good deals. In fact, as we gave you some data the other day, in May, 19 new build properties sold. In June, 24 new build properties sold. It's crazy how slow the London market is. The big international investors that would normally buy the properties there, they're just not buying at the moment. They're looking at other options. There's a lot of uncertainty in global economies at the moment. So London isn't an attractive buy for a lot of people. So London isn't performing best, which is obvious. And we're seeing that with rents as well. Rents have peaked out. I did a video this week on London rents. A lot of people are moving out, so landlords aren't able to increase the rents as much as they would have wanted, and it's a fairly slow market. So that's what's going on with the official data. Last thing before you go, do go and check out our Black Friday deal. That is really popular at the moment. It's the Property Accelerator, and it will set you up for 2026 because, look, there is lots of opportunities at the moment. The market is moving in a downward shift, and that gives you the option to buy cheaper properties. Buy them in a limited company, set them up right, and then do high cash flow, HMO, serviced accommodation. There's even lots of people that can't sell properties at the moment, and so they would consider giving you something called a lease option where you can secure the property for £1 and pay them at a later date. We cover all of that in the lease option accelerator. And we're going to teach you buy, refurbish, refinance strategy. We're not talking about buy to lets here, buying properties new. That doesn't work. You need to buy properties where you can add value. We'll teach you how to do that. And if you don't have the money to buy a property, you don't have the deposit, rent to rent's a great option as well, which we'll also teach you. All of that is in the Black Friday deal. Go and check it out. It's in the description. It's in the first comment. Also, smash the like on your way out and check out all the other content as well on this channel, including this video right here.